All right, Kyle, we got a new studio today.
On remote outdoor studio?
A little remote outdoor studio. It's a little bit different. What we thought we would do is if you pan back, you can see what this studio actually is, Kyle. It is the machinery used to break ground on Kaufman Field. It's finally here, folks. It's ground is being broken. This is a monumental day for Indiana baseball, and it's here. We're looking at these giant pieces of machinery here that will be used to tear apart the soil and get down to business and get this stadium built, because we're playing in 2013. So we thought we would show it to you first. It is May 7th. We are on site right now. It's happening. How about that, Kyle? Is that exciting or what? Coming right off the ground, the sacred ground of where the new Kaufman Field.
Love it. A short walk from my office in Mellencamp. I'm excited for it to be right there on the bypass. Huge. You know, it's almost a front porch for the university.
We're going to keep everybody updated with video, hopefully once a week or at least every other week. We'll keep you guys posted on what's happening. If you want to know
what's going on with Kaufman Field, the scoop's where you should come to.
That's exactly right.
But Sunbauer Field, good weekend there this weekend, taking on Nebraska in the Sunday doubleheader. Second weekend in a row that we swept that Sunday doubleheader.
Yeah, you know, it was a good day of Indiana baseball I can remember in a long time. Maybe up there with winning that tournament a few years ago, because it was something we needed to do. Nebraska, very, very solid opponent, and you know, that was a challenge, particularly after, you know, we tripped up a little on the first game. Joey struggled, and he doesn't do that much, and I was just so proud of the way the team picked him up with a solid performance. A doubleheader sweep of Nebraska yesterday was unbelievable.
You got to talk about, first guy that comes to my mind, Johnny Hoffman. Maybe rarer than a unicorn. 2 4-inning saves in one day. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Well, it's unique because he's a guy, the arm, because of the way he delivers the baseball, a sidewinder. It's almost like the pitcher in softball with the underhand motion, that there's less stress on the arm. So yeah, we brought him back. He got 2 4-inning saves in a doubleheader. I would love for you and your ESPN stat crew to check and see when the last time something like that's happened.
I'm wondering if it ever has.
I don't know.
2 4-inning saves in one day seems like it'd be a stretch.
Yep, but unbelievable performance by him.
And how about the offense? A lot of hits, a lot of runs. Sam Travis had a good weekend. He scored 5 runs, slugged well over 800. And Michael Basil hit 6 RBI on Sunday.
Mike was huge because not only his hits, getting hits, but when the hits came and a couple 2-out hits that really, when some things could have gone the other way as far as momentum, he stuck in there and got us a couple 2 big hits. And, I was a little concerned, and I think our guys were too. We had really poor approaches on Saturday in the opener, and we focused on getting back to what we do. So credit to the team for really locking it in and putting it together offensively yesterday. The
athletes were the only one bringing their A game. Sunday's game, first one on the Big Ten Network. Bill Thomas, groundskeeper, made that field look good. You can see in this picture.
Check that out. I mean, it's funny. I went back last night. I'm watching the game. I had more people text me, say the field was unbelievable. Some people even know Bill. They're like, Bill did an unbelievable job. Awesome. So yeah, look at that handiwork right there. There's probably nobody in the Big Ten that takes more pride in their facility. And he's a pretty limited staff. Those guys get it done. But that thing was looking sharp on the network.
I actually had a couple comments in the press box as well. How
and you noticed the striped. I was going to say the striped IU logo out there.
I enjoyed the diamond inside the diamond. It was good. Yep. But before the Nebraska series, obviously no midweek games because of exams. Pretty cool idea you came up with on Wednesday.
Well, it was what we did. We threw a little challenge out there for the staff, and you'll love this, viewers, because we invited anyone out in the athletic department. They wanted to come out and take some hacks out on Sunbauer Field and show what they had. So Kyle and I decided to put together a couple teams with that and have maybe a little, a virtual battle here of which team we
department draft.
Yeah.
We're each gonna have a 9-person lineup.
So, do I get number 1 pick?
I'll let you're the skipper.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got to go the first pick right here. I'm going Orlando Cervantes. First, because of the name, what a baseball name that is. But probably more importantly, look at him in his uniform. There is no one else that wore the uniform, but Orlando came out there. He's a little stiff offensively a little bit, but you know what? Anybody in the uniform deserves to be the number 1 pick, in my mind.
Certainly looked good.
I'm taking Orlando.
How about looking good? How about the swing from Mike Eckler? Played baseball in college, I believe, and football at Kansas State. He was one of 3 guys to pull one out. I'm going to put that guy right in my cleanup spot.
So Eckler off the board, linebackers coach is off the board. Is that what you're saying?
That's true. I mean, that picture perfect swing. How can you not?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go really the definition of don't judge a book by its cover. And I'm going to take Andrew Rosner, our marketing. Look at this. I was shocked, Andrew. You know, he does his little events on game day and runs around. You know, kind of hides out, acts like he's non-athletic, and he showed me some skills out in the diamond. So I'm going to take him number 2.
Yeah, he certainly had some pop. I'm going to go with Kelsey Cronin. For those that weren't out there, we did a couple rounds. Then we did the last round where you picked up the velocity, and everybody struggled except for Kelsey Cronin. Really cranked that one when you picked up the speed. So I'm going to pick her and slide right in there behind Mike Eckler.
Maybe it was because I was throwing an hour and a half straight of batting practice. She was able to feast on me. Yeah, but she did. I cranked it up at the end, and she laced it. So I was pleased. Now this guy, you got to go with Lionel Anderson. And the strength now, just because he's the strength, probably has something to do with it. But folks, Lionel, he crushed one dead center field. I mean, it's 390 here. He put it easily over the center field wall, legit. So Lionel's going to be in my 3-hole, Kyle, and that's going to be a tough one to beat.
Not to mention the energy that Lionel brought out. He was excited that he lost his bat on his first swing.
Yeah, he swung the bat, and I wish we had the camera going on that one because he about drilled Mick. It was hilarious. I wish we would have had it going because that would have gone viral.
Next pick, Scott. I mean, the guy's clutch. He hits 3-pointers on the hardwood. I'm going to go with Matt Roth. Came out. Yeah, you missed him. That might be the steal of the draft right there, Matt Roth.
That was a good pick by you. Matt Roth not only draining threes from all over the court, but this dude could hit a little bit too.
You can tell he played a little bit in his day.
He claims he played a little bit, so I will tend to believe that. I'm going to go. You got to have somebody that follows some rules, and the fact that go out there in some long pants or whatever. I'm going to take Ann Rollman out of compliance, rolling in the 4-hole there. Got a nice little stroke. She was really competitive. I almost didn't want to make her miss the back, and I almost thought she was going to get mad at me or something, but Ann was getting after it out there. So I'm going to take Ann. I'm going to put Ann in there.
I got to go with the matchups for my next pick. The only lefty. How about Jermaine Jones, the throws coach? Bring some power from the track team. The only lefty. I'm going to plug him in there in the lineup. It should be good for the matchups.
Yeah, well, you can take Jermaine. I'm going to get a little athletic or maybe beyond his day athleticism and water polo coach Barry King. I wish we had some film of his defensive abilities in center field, but the offense far outweighs the defense, Barry. But I'm going to put you in there at 5-hole anyway. So
speaking of old guys and ones that play defense, Jeremy Gray, you can see here he's turned a couple double plays. Jeremy Gray, I'm a little worried about his bat. I'm going to stick him in at shortstop, and I think he's going to play a solid short for us.
And, yeah, and he's a little voice out there. He's going to be sure to communicate. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to go with Stacy. I saw a still shot of Stacy, and her still shot swing I could honestly show to our players. I don't know if we have that, Kyle, if you can dig that up and put that in there. But look at that follow-through. Stacy, you're going to hit in the 1, 2, 3, 6 hole for us. So make sure we got some RBIs coming in that spot. But Kyle, we got to get that still shot along with some of the action because that was pretty darn good.
I'm going to stick with the soccer theme and go with our guy Ernie Yarbrough. Ernie came in late to the arrival, but he came in swinging hot and heavy, and I think Ernie can certainly be an aspect of Team Cool.
We got to get Ernie a little discipline for showing up late there. He can't be having that.
Character issues, off the field problems, but certainly the talent.
And Brandon Selby, he's probably a little disappointed I got him 7-hole. He's kind of the all or nothing. I mean, I could tell when he was swinging, but he ended up hitting one out over the left field wall. Brandon is one of our defensive back coach with football. Check out his swing right here. He put some juice in one and hit one out as well. So RBI spot there in the 7-hole.
Sliding in the draft, Brandon Shelby, one of the 3 guys that hit a home run. He slid pretty far.
I know it.
Going to be disappointed with the signing bonus, I'm sure.
Yeah, what were we thinking?
I'm going to go with Nancy Mueller next. She had the most consistent swing. She went up the middle, I think, 6 swings in a row.
Yeah, she did. She was coming right back at me.
So if you need a singles hitter, I think Nancy's the one to go to.
Well, you got to take this guy. This guy, because you got to be able to analyze what's going on during the game. I'm going to take Joel Barron because he has some good video skills. Actually, the video coordinator with football. And Joel, stick with your J job.
I'm going to go back-to-back volleyball picks. Paul Consier, the other assistant coach. I got 3 volleyballers. You can tell I used to work with that program in this lineup. I think Coach Dunbar's really got their mentality right.
I agree with you. And, we're down to our last pick apiece. And
this is where the pickings get very slim with these last picks.
Honestly, if we didn't have to take either one of these individuals, we'd probably have a pretty strong team. Because based on what I saw that day,
geez.
This stuff was nasty. Check out the lack of defensive awareness. The swing is a little stiff. Maybe it's because he's pumping too much iron in the weight room. But I'm going to take football strength coach Mark Hill only because I have to. It's like in PE class taking that last guy. So, Mark, I'm going to put you 9 hole.
You better hope there's a designated hitter position in the pitcher, because if he has to play defense.
No, I mean you can't catch, but that's all right. That's all right.
How about former Division I baseball player Ben Greenspan, assistant coach? You see this ugly swing, he's having some struggles.
It's the old. We have a lot of sayings, and his saying would be, "Do as I say, not as I do."
I'll plug him in directly in the 9 hole.
So I'll take my lineup over yours any day of the week. But you can see by that we had a good. Well, in all honesty, we had a great time. I was shocked at the number of people who came out, because we kind of threw it out last minute, and a lot of people. Literally, we were throwing for an hour and a half. And
you sent an email out at 9 a.m. for a noon batting practice. There was almost 20 people there.
Yep.
Actually, more than 20 if you count some people who came out to watch. Great turnout. Weather was perfect.
And I would say this, that's a little insight into really the environment here at Indiana. I mean, everyone in the department, and you're looking compliance, marketing, on down to the coaches. It is a family atmosphere, and that was a lot of fun. And, we'll do it again, too. We'll do it again.
Let's get into pictures and questions of the week. Which one you want to
do? Let's do question. This comes from Blaine from Kentland. Who else is from Kentland?
I believe Tracy Smith might be.
That's my hometown. This is Blaine. With the Hoosiers heading to Northwestern this weekend, will the club be stopping at Don's Drive-In on their way to Evanston? Yes, we will be stopping at Don's Drive-In. We have to get a jumbo burger basket. That is the highlight of the trip every time we head north. Let's see. And will Skip be buying for loyal fans? Or will he forget his wallet again? Well, Blaine, I might just forget my wallet again, but if you're around, I will buy you a jumbo burger basket. Good question. Folks, if you're ever near Kentland, you got to go by Don's Drive-In. Moving on to pictures, Kyle. This is Joey's uncle, and you can see he's there with Detroit. That's Paws. Is that Paws?
You got it.
Why would they call him Paws?
Because he's got big paws.
I see that. I see that. All right, and these two have been great on sending stuff in. Allie and Allison showing off that they're there at Simbauer Field. A couple Bloomington. They always say Bloomington residents there, but hanging out there at Simbauer Field, loyal supporters. And we were on our trip last weekend up in Michigan. We happened to notice this jacket of freshman Luke Harrison at breakfast. And I thought it was sweet. I mean, I thought it was awesome. The guys were giving him a little hard time because you can see the sleeves are a little short. But, maybe a little retro 80s jacket there. But he's wearing it. He's coming strong with it. And I love it. I love it, Luke. If you have another one, I would love one of those. Special weekend this past weekend, Kyle, is graduation weekend. We have 2 seniors, and Chad's going to be with us another semester, so he'll be back. But one of our seniors, Drew Leninger, graduated this weekend, and looks like his mother threw in a little photo here of Drew way back when. And boy, how time flies. And I don't know if that's a wiffle ball, a little mini bowling ball, or what that is there. And the other part of that, what in the world is he doing wearing a Michigan hat? I don't get that.
I gotta hope it's a middle school logo that they stole.
It has to be. But look at Drew back then, and again, he's been a wonderful guy in our program, and somebody that we're gonna miss, and an awesome leader, and it looks like he already was honing his skills back then. But folks, a lot of good stuff. Big weekend for us this weekend as we go up to Northwestern. We're sitting in 2nd place right now, and starting to play some good baseball, but. We take nothing for granted. Going to keep on battling. We'll hopefully have some good news to report back to you next week on Skip Scoop. We'll see you then.